All right, here we go. So we're going to cover a little bit of a method called the three-way phone call in a two-in-one meeting. And I'm going to tell you what, this is very powerful. People who have built a business and built it strong and fast use this all the time. And I'll give you an example. Todd and Amy Weiss are another ones that come to mind for us. You know, right away, they used the three-way phone call in the two-in-one meeting right out of the gate as soon as they got started. And they were able to build a business that paid them about $1,400 their first month, and about another 16, 17 the next month, and then another 16 to probably roughly almost 2,000 their third month. I mean, it's very powerful. It's allowed them to keep the doors open in their gym, this extra income. You know, I think Brett Buchler used this, okay? He was able to come up about $1,500 to $2,000 his first month, okay, by using this method, and that's allowed him to have not to do so much training. You know, for us, we crush this. We do not go outside of the three-way phone call or the two-in-one meeting. We use Keith and Lindy religiously, and you know what? It's allowed us to almost completely replace the income that we lost from, you know, our former company. So this is a really powerful. When you think about IDLife is an amazing company. It's the first fully customized nutrition company in the world. I mean, they completely make the supplements to fit your body and nobody else's. And you know, you think about how clean the products are. People want these products. And so when they have a lot of questions, it's our job to get them up with a person who can help them more. So I'm going to show you how we get the three-way phone call set up and what we do when we're on a three-way phone call so that you can understand and have the same success that we're having, okay? And that's what we're here for. We're here to help you find your purpose and get your goals and reach your purpose and goals by doing these simple things. So first off, okay, when we start with a three-way phone call, I know every time I talk to a new person and they're interested, I tell Keith and Lindy's story. So here, bring up the name and tell their story. Okay, bring up the name of the person you're going to try to put them on the phone with. So, you know, I always share what Keith and Lindy did. You know, Keith and Lindy were the #1 distributors 3 years in a row with a former company. Okay, they crushed it there, and they've already brought in 98 frontline associates to their team. Great people. Lindy loves health and nutrition. Keith loves working out. He's a great business mind. The guy knows how to build a business, you know, how to invest into people. His websites, I talked to them a little bit about how hard of workers they are, and I really share what they've done, okay, in their past. And I share that, you know what, the crazy thing is Keith was a special ed teacher, and Lindy was a realtor 4 or 5 years ago, okay? And I share a little bit of their story. So the person's familiar with them. And then I go on, okay, and I talk a little bit more about what they've got going on. I say, you know, tell me a little bit more why you're looking at IDLife, or how can I help you, or I'll give them some more information about IDLife, okay. Maybe I ask them to take the assessment, we'll walk through the assessment a little bit. So we just kind of bring up Keith and Lindy. And then at the point when I'm ready to make that transition, maybe they asked a question like, you know, how much does everything cost, or what's the best way to become an associate, okay. Or they might say, what's the best product to use? And so at that point, when they start asking more than one question, that's when I'm going to insert this here. Wording to set up the business or the product call for a three-way phone call. And this is what I do. I say, you know what? It sounds like you got some great questions. Those are great questions. What we need to do, that is very important. What we need to do. You lead them. You don't ask. What we need to do is we need to talk with, put in the person's name. I'm going to use Keith and Lindy. So what we need to do is we need to talk to Keith and Lindy. Okay, because Lindy understands the product so well, she's going to be able to get you on the right products at the right price. Okay, so that's what's in it for them. They want to be able to get the right products at the right price. And that's what I say. So I say, you know what? You know, the best thing, you've got some questions. I don't want to screw this up. So the best thing for us to do is talk with Keith or Lindy. I also say Lindy in this case. Talk with Lindy and get you the right products at the right price. Okay? If it's a business one, it's a little bit different, right? So I might say something like along the lines of, hey man, you've got some great questions about being an associate. You know, we work as a team here, and Keith really helps this team a lot. The best thing that we need to do, again, the best thing we need to do is talk with Keith, because you might need his help. You need to meet him. You need to talk to him. We're business partners. All of us together are a team. So we want to sit down and talk with Keith. He's going to be able to help you get started the right way. So again, I put them, what's in it for them. So if we talk on the phone, that person's going to be able to start the right way. So I say the best thing for us to do is talk with Keith. He's going to help us get you started on the right foot. Okay, and then the next thing, we've got to set up the call. Okay, so we've got to set up time. So when's a good time for you to talk? Okay, now or tomorrow or next week. So I give them a couple things like, you know, is tomorrow good or next week? And they say, you know what, next week's great. Then I'll ask them, okay, is Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday best? I want to get that call in as fast as I can. So usually I'll try to shoot for Monday. So is Monday or Tuesday best? You know what? Monday's great. Good. What time? Is morning, afternoon, or evenings best? Now for us, we have some flexibility. You know, if you might have to work all day, so you might say, hey, great, is late afternoon or evenings best for you? Give them an option. Then once they say, you know what, Monday afternoon's great, I'll say, okay, great, is 1 o'clock or 3:30 best? Because I know my schedule. They'll say 3:30, so I'm perfect. So okay, you know what, 3:30, I'm gonna get you set up with Keith and we're gonna talk on the phone, but man, Keith's awesome. I can't wait for you to talk to him. I'm excited for you to talk to him. He's going to give you a lot of information. He's going to give you some good ideas. Be ready for some questions. I mean, this guy has built an amazing company. Okay, he's a great coach. His websites and his Facebook pages are phenomenal. He's a great dad. So what I'm doing is I'm teeing him up. So tee up your friend or person you're getting ready to put on the phone. Okay, if you're walking into a 2-on-1 meeting, okay, if you're putting Heather or I into a meeting, you know, hey, you guys have got to meet Andy and Heather. They're phenomenal. You know, Heather's a biologist. She works in the wellness field. She works in functional medicine. Andy was a former professional and coach and worked at Ohio State. You know, these guys have built a great business. They know the products really well. They're going to be able to help you. Build them up. Make them excited. Anybody you're going to put on the phone, I don't care who it is, tee them up so when that person comes to meet them, you've already built immediate credibility for that person. So when that person steps into the room, they're helping you because they have instant credibility because you've built the credibility up. You've told them how successful they've been, the other things they've done in their life, how great of people they are. Build them up so that they understand and want to talk to that person and they're not sitting there thinking, who is this guy across or woman across the chair from you or on the other line of the phone? Okay? So once you set up your time, okay, reach out to the person you're working with, see if that time will work, okay? And then, you know what? The best part is when you're ready to do the call or the meeting. These are very important. So if you've never done a 3-way phone call before, it's great to practice with somebody maybe you know really well, like a mom or a dad or a friend, and just walk through the process of hitting the plus sign, adding the call, hitting the merge, making sure both people are there. Okay? But this is the intention of the call. The introduction is really important. Again, you got to tee up your person you're putting on the phone. So what I'll do is I'll say, you know, like, John, hey, I'm excited we're here. Keith, you here? Yes. John, this is Keith. Keith's my good buddy I was telling you about who's built an amazing business, who's helped us really come back from where we were at. You know, he's a phenomenal guy. He's going to be able to share a lot of things with ID Life with you. And I'll say, Keith, this is John, good friend of mine. I say something good about John. You know, John's a great friend of mine. Him and I played soccer together in college, and man, he was a great player. I'm excited for you guys to talk. I'm going to get out of the way and let you guys talk and let the person go. You then put your phone on mute. Or if you're in a meeting, the same thing. Introduction, and then just sit there and be quiet. Let the person you're putting on the phone with work the business for you. Let them share their stories. Let them tell them what there's going on. And then if they need something, they'll ask. Okay, they'll like, hey, what did you do here? Or how about that? But let that person, you just learn from them. The purpose of the 3-way phone call and the 2-on-1 meeting is also for us to learn more wording, more word choices, and you end up also learning about your prospect. Okay, that's huge because the prospect a lot of times will tell the person you get them on the phone with more things than they told you. I mean, there's tons of times I've gotten somebody on the phone and they'll start telling me, oh, I'm in debt, I got this going on. I'm like, I had no idea because they never tell you, but they'll tell somebody else. For some reason, people will talk to a stranger like they're their best friend. I don't know why it works, it just works. I know I'm going to keep doing it because we get success. At the end of the call, what I do is then I say, hey, John, Keith, I appreciate your time, man. Again, highlight the person you're on the phone. Keith, thank you so much for your time. It was awesome. You did that for us. You know, appreciate it. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. And then I'll say, hey, John, stay on the phone real quick. And then this is the last thing I do, really to build up the call. I ask John, I say, John, what jumped out at you? Or, hey, John, did that help? Or, John, what was the best thing about this call? Or, John, what was something that really intrigued you? And it's a question. I want him to talk some more. Okay, he's, man, I really like Keith, man. He's a great guy. Amazing what he done. Man, I really think I can do this business. Great, man. Let's get going then. It's my job to follow up with him. So you know what? Then I got to ask the question. You got to make sure you put in the close to the deal here. You got to say, okay, John, you want to sign up today then? Or, hey, John, that's awesome. Can I help you get started as an associate? Or, John, what's your next step you feel like you need to do? Can I help you get signed up? Can we get you going as an associate? How close are you feeling like you want to start this business? You have to have those questions in your arsenal or you'll never close it, okay? You'll be running in circles. And if the person's like, hey man, that's great, I want to think about it, good. Then you put them in your follow-up, and a day or two later, then you would say, hey, I want to think about it. Great. How long do you think you need to think about it for? How much time do you need? Do you want me to follow up with you tomorrow? Is this something for next week? Okay. So again, a follow-up is necessary. So again, guys, remember, we're here to help. If you need anything, let us know. See ya.